I hate this. I hate this. But we're back. We are monetized again. First of all, let me change the screen real quick. Let me change the screen. Pyro the Flame King said, Ninja, you late. Oh, yeah. And by the way, I'm streaming off. I should be streaming off Instagram. Let me see. I should be going live off Instagram as well. I should be multi streaming on Instagram and YouTube. There we go. Okay. I guess I'm live on Instagram right now too as well. Okay, so it works. But we are remonetized. Shout out, I'll say this specifically, if I can make a shout out to a content creator that I know personally, um, who I've had the pleasure to know personally, who's really helped my channel. Um, I'm gonna bring up his page. So when I got the demonetized message, right? I'm about to show you his page real quick. I'm going to show you his page because this is the right time to show his page. Okay, let's hit share screen. Right. Shout out to AJ's rant and reaction. Right. I have the pleasure of knowing this guy. You know, he's one of the few people out here that doesn't get sensitive if if you make fun of his heroes or one of his people. You know what I mean? That's how he found my channel. So I got demonetized. Who's one of the first he was the first person I called. I called AJ. And he said, "Oh, I already know what happened. I can't now. I don't want to give you everything that he said to me, but he basically told me step by step how to fix this." And I followed his advice. Step by step. Next day, my channel got remonetized, right? Um, he's one of those, and the thing with with AJ, you could tell he because he says he's an extrovert. I can tell he's an extrovert. just off GP, he is an extrovert. He doesn't look, and people might look at a lot of these, the channel, these male center channels, whatever, and they might think we're doom and gloom. But AJ is more. He really looks at the green side of things. He doesn't look at nothing as oh you're toast. He doesn't look at it. He's like no, you just got to do this. You got boom 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 boom. He always checks up on me. Like he'll just randomly check up on me. Same thing with Pyro. Pyro will do this too. But AJ he'll just check up on me on the blue. Be like, hey, how you doing? How's your channel? What are you doing? Blah blah blah. Have you heard about this news? You gonna talk about this? He'll just hit me up out of the blue and just do this. So AJ's a really good brother. If it wasn't for his help and me following his directions, I would not be able to remonetize my channel because I had no idea why. I went full conspiracy mode, but he explained what happened, and it's the whole. I don't want to say too much. But basically, YouTube is cracking down on AI, and I will just leave it at that. So I had to prove that I wasn't. You know what I mean? So that's all I'll say here. That's all I'll say here. So this is why now you see my face again. You're gonna be seeing more of me. Um, and since I'm gonna have to put my face out there this is the worst possible time to put my face out here too. That's the crazy part. I thought I was gonna be able to just go under the radar, like gradually, go under the radar. Nope, I can't. It is like this is the worst time for for people to see my face right now. This is the worst time. But YouTube is cracking down on the, the faceless channels, and I think there's a agenda behind this, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But I'll say this: if my channel were to really get demonetized again, right? Say if it, so my channels, we're back, so I'm monetized again. But say if it were to happen, I get demonetized because it's probably gonna happen again, right? My Instagram will still be on the YouTube channel. If you guys were to have questions on my next step, if I get demonetized again, right? All you'd have to do, just hit me up on Instagram and I'll tell you where to go. Because now, even though I'm back, I'm remonetized again. I understand now my contingency plans were not, I didn't have the best contingency plans or fail safes, right? Because I still had a lot of accounts connected to this main account. So now I made sure I have everything all set up and all that, right? Yeah, shout out to Ainsley. Oh yeah, and by the way, anybody that's checking in from Instagram, because we are multi-streaming from Instagram. I don't think nobody's checked in on my Instagram, so that's good. That's good. I rather them not. I rather them not. But since I did put the poll up, I did put the poll up there, and I asked, look, um, do you guys wanted me to multi-stream with Instagram and YouTube, or just YouTube or Instagram? That's what I put the poll up, right? And most people said multi-stream on Instagram and YouTube, so I'm doing that. Okay. So, oh yeah, and by the way, Ainsley, the reason I'm gonna have to start showing my face more often now because of some things. Some things. If I want to keep doing reaction videos, I can't do it behind a faceless platform anymore. Right. So this is unfortunately the situation. It kind of pisses me off because I thought I was done doing this, but I got to do what I got to do. But if I do get demonetized again in the future, if it happens again in the future, you guys would just have to. You guys would. I would. Well, first of all, I would just let people know I'm back. And oh, by the way, I gotta let my the young people under me, no homo. I gotta let them know that I'm back. I'm remonetized again. So yeah, that goes out to August, right? Everybody. Well, Pyro's already here. Ainsley's already here. Um, Juiced Up Johnny. I gotta hit him up and say that we back. So yeah, I gotta make sure that the young ninjas up under me understand that I'm still back in business. And if I were to get demonetized again, I'll they just have they'll all they gotta do is just hit me up and then I'll just give them the next steps to my other platforms that I got set up now. Oh, and anyway, I want to give a shout out also to Lorette Hamilton. Oh, Instagram. Apparently, they're saying my Instagram live is messing up. Not sure why. Not sure why my Instagram live is messing up, but I am multi-streaming on YouTube. So if my Instagram live is not working, please head to my YouTube. If my YouTube live is not working, head to my Instagram live, right? But they're saying we're having trouble streaming to Instagram. If you ended it on Instagram, then this is expected. If not, and this continues, try creating a new Instagram stream. See, edit. Okay. Let's try something with the Instagram. Said remove this destination. from the stream. Oh no, let me not do that. Oh man. I don't even know how to reset the Instagram live because they're saying something's wrong with it. They're saying something's wrong with the Instagram live, but anyway. But like I said, let me put it on the Instagram. Let me see if my Instagram live is messing up. Please go to YouTube live. I am remonetized. There we go. Put that comment on my Instagram. Shout out to Ainsley. He said, dang, I know that's not what you want to do at all. Yeah, he already knows. Because hold up. And then Ainsley said, yeah, keep going for it, whatever it takes. So I'm gonna have to really take this L. At one point, like they forcing, I think they see a lot of channels like us, or how about this? Guys like Undead Chronic, right? Not Hammerhand, but like Undead Chronic, Ribby, all those people, Grey Ghost, all those people. Or there was a lot of people back in the day that had like the faceless channels, Sandman, TFM, all these people. There was a lot of people that had these faceless channels spreading the gospel, right? And putting the information out there. Now they want to say, oh, we cracking down on AI. Oh, okay. Whatever you say, massa. But anyway, I want to give a shout out to Lorette Hamilton, one of the OG, how do I say this? One of the OG supporters of this channel. One of her videos went viral. Wanted to show you the video. Yeah, exactly. He said they want your ID now too because of saving the kids. Yeah, they did you guys watch Adolescence? Adolescence was a good movie. I cannot believe. I remember Lorette Hamilton sent me a video. And it was mind you, it was like a liberal black woman politician, black female politician. And when she was trying to discuss like real issues, and you have these British news reporters asking her about, well, what do you think about adolescence? And she's like, bruh, we got real life to talk about right now. She was shocked. She was befuddled. That was one of the funniest like videos ever. It was mind you, it was a liberal politician too. She was like, what are you talking about? We got a real problem that we need to talk about here, like in real life. These people talking about a Netflix special, which is, first of all, adolescence, that is pure propaganda. We need to save the kids. They're not trying to quote unquote help young boys. Now they're trying to control what they can watch and what they can be influenced by. They could give two craps, please. I ain't watching that ish. The same thing. Remember when everybody was trying to? It reminds me of remember when people were trying to ask people, oh, did you watch R. Kelly, Surviving R. Kelly? I'm like, hell no, I didn't watch that. Please. Like Shannon Sharp said, I wish I might waste my time and watch that BS. I got things to do. I ain't watching no damn Surviving R. Kelly. The same thing with this. I'm not watching Adolescence. Pure propaganda, or what's it? Surviving Neverland. And please. So, man, what's wrong with people? Okay, but I could like it was. I don't know. I don't think it was a liberal politician. It was like a liberal activist. Yeah, it was a liberal activist. And she was like, why are you asking me questions about? I'm talking about like something, like she was talking about like something serious too, like something like pretty serious. And he want to talk about adolescence. I never saved the video. I don't think I did, but I remember when Lorette Hamilton when she sent me it, I was laughing. But shout out to Lorette Hamilton. One of her videos has gone viral. I'm talking about millions of views. I'm talking about millions of views. She collaborated with somebody, and she did a voiceover over a video, and like I'm talking about millions of views she got, and they gave her credit for the voiceover. I'm about to show you the video right now. This is Lorette Hamilton's voice, by the way. Shout out to her. One of the OGs. Like I'm talking about, when I mean OG supporter, I'm talking about before Pyro. that's how OG she is. I'm talking about when I used to do the live streams, and it was just like me and like somebody from church that I knew, and maybe Ainsley, but I'm talking about before all of those people. Lorette, one of the OG supporters of this channel. So let me show you the video real quick. Shout out to Carlos X. He says, "Sub Chris Mike. YouTube can't allow real talk. Do a positive review of adolescence." Yeah, I got to be careful about that. I got to be really careful about that. Oh yeah, by the way, Carlos, I am remonetized. They did I did get remonetized thanks to AJ. So I followed AJ's advice and I got remonetized again. Right. So shout out to Carlos X checking in. Shout out to Carlos X. But let me show, if I can show the video. I don't know why I can't show it. Here we go. Shout out to Lorette Hamilton with this voiceover.
The word of the day is Ozempic. It's a person who uses Ozempic but lies about it. Ozempic. The word of the day is.
Oh man, that's actually great work. That's great work from Lorette Hamilton. Shout out to Lorette Hamilton. I don't have the round of applause, but her video has got, I'm talking about millions of views. Millions. That's way more than all of us. that's way more than damn near all of us in this space. So shout out to her. But I'll say this: if somebody interviews Lorette, hopefully they ask her the right things, because I got love for Lorette, but I already know she's just like me. She's all for rocker. We're very similar. Like she's definitely all for rocker at times. So she's gonna speak her mind. Even like I remember she had told me something personal about this group that she was at and what she said to this lady. I was like, why would you say that to this lady? I'm not even going to repeat what she said. But shout out to Lorette Hamilton. But if you get the chance, what's her, let me share her Instagram. Let me go back here. But let me replay the video before I share her Instagram.
Is Ozempic.
Oh, my bad. Hold on.
The word of the day is Ozempic. It's a person who uses Ozempic but lies about it. Ozempic. The word.
That's crazy work. But even remember, I told you guys, look, I know people, we talk about, body shaming, body positivity, all that stuff. Oh, how about this? I know on this channel, I be making jokes about overweight people, plus size people, and it is what it is. But if you are oversized, if you are gargantuan, still do not use Ozempic. Do not. I told y'all don't you. That is a catastrophe waiting to happen. Now apparently Ozempic is getting sued because apparently there is some quote unquote unseen, you know, side effects. I'm like, like anything that doesn't require work and you take it, that's dude, there's always gonna, there's no such thing as a quick solution. Anybody that's trying to sell you a quick solution, that's man, there's consequences to that. There's consequences to that. But yeah. Shout out to Lorette Hamilton though. Shout out to Lorette. Let me put her page up for you guys. So yeah, if you guys want to give her a follow, because I don't think I've ever showed her page, because she this is like her real personal page. This is her personal page. So I'm not sure even she even wants me even sharing it like that. But shout out to her because her video, I'm talking about that video that she did the voiceover, the voiceover, it's got millions of views. Like she sent me the video and I was like, God damn. Oh man. But anyway, shout out to her. Oh, and I do want to apologize real quick because I did, before I got demonetized, before I think it's like 2 days before the when I got demonetized, I was supposed to drop a video that was supposed to be a very unique type of video, but that video kind of got X'd out because I was making fun of a pickup artist, one of these Riz channels, and it was he put a copyright strike on the video, so it couldn't it couldn't prosper because I had criticisms on his approach. This is a BA. I call this dude a BAN. This dude can't handle no critique because in the irony is I'm taking the black woman's side because she didn't want to be approached by the dude. He was doing too much. And I said, he's part of the problem. You do it too much. And because of that, I got a copyright strike off the video. So, and it might be because of the faceless thing, and that's why I did the but whatever. Okay, they're saying like something's wrong with my Instagram. Okay, now they're saying it's gone. Okay, they're saying something wrong with my IG live. Look, if my IG live is messing up, come to YouTube. Come to YouTube. So yeah, what I'm gonna have to do, let me see, remove this destination. I'm gonna have to remove the destination of the IG, and then I'm gonna have to re-enter the stream key. You see, I'm gonna, oh, that didn't work. Oh man. What is going on, man? Okay. Copy stream key. Paste. Save changes. Okay, I should be good now. It says live ended. Check IG. So I restarted the Instagram live. So it should be good now. It should be good off because I had to restart it. But anyways, just in case, if IG live don't work, come to YouTube. I'm remonetized for now. For now. But let me see if I can review that video that got me a copyright. Let me see if I can get that, because I thought it was funny to me that he gave me a copyright strike. This guy right here, because I'm about to I'm about to roast this ninja real quick. I'm about to roast this ninja. Hold on for a second. Let me roast this ninja for a little bit. Oh yeah, put one in the comment if my YouTube chat is still working, just to make sure. Because I'm doing a multi stream. Just let me know if everything's good on YouTube as well. I just want to make sure I didn't put nothing crazy where it messes up my YouTube live. Because this is my first time multi streaming to both Instagram and YouTube. But I'm about to roast this ninja real quick. I'm finna roast this ninja. Thank you, Ainsley. Thank you. But let me roast this ninja real quick, because I'm getting tired of the pickup artists. These people get on my nerves to the highest degree. And Ainsley, if you're watching this, maybe you might think I'm biased only because the girl that I'm about to show looks like somebody that we know. Right? But but let me show you this nonsense. Right? Let me show you this nonsense. This guy is gonna try to he runs a Riz channel, and his YouTube channel is just him risen up, quote unquote, risen up girls behind the cash, behind him being a cashier and risen up chicks. Right now, he doesn't get the response that he wants. She kind of crashes out at the end, but it's a reasonable crash out. So let's watch some of this. Let's watch some of this, and I'm gonna have to pause it each time because I got a copyright last time. And then when I contested it, the owner of the platform was like, "Nah, this is bad, but this is the." I'm like, "Okay, all right." Anyways,
how you doing? Oh, dropping it. Damn. Yo, I ain't never had. You like pickles, bro? Like these big?
Like this guy right here, what the only reason why his channel is successful, because really guys like this, guys that I'm about to show you, the only way he's successful, he can only really rizz up, fat white chicks, mud sharks, right? These quote unquote thick white girls, and a couple of hood rats here and there, right? But when it particularly black PUAs, that's the only success that they can really get on their channel. No disrespect. Because then when it comes to trying to quote unquote rizz up chicks that are, dare I say, above a 6 out of 10, whether it be black, white, I'm talking about women that are in shape, that are of a certain age, right? That are between the ages of 18 and 25, right? That are above a 6 out of 10. When it comes to trying to quote unquote rizz up these kind of chicks, they can't do it. They can't do it. The only way their channel gets, they can only get success by rizzing up chubby chicks and quote unquote thick girls, and mud sharks, ghetto white girls, and gorditas. That's the only real like success that they can get on that channel with these Riz channels. And it's interesting with this girl here. I don't know what you guys would rate her. And I would say this, I'll say this because she is frowning a lot in this video, but I believe without the nose ring, without the you know what I mean, without the frown, right? If she was more smiley, right? I would consider her a strong 6 out of 10. But I already know there's a lot of black dudes that would consider her an 8 out of 10 if she was more smiley or she didn't have the nose ring. Let's see if I can zoom in the thing. Oh, okay. We can zoom in like this. All right. Okay. I can do that. Let's take off. Let me take off my banner. No homo. All right. So let's do it like this. Let's do it like this.
Dropping it. Damn. Yo, I ain't never had. You like pickles, bro? Like these big? No.
She's not having it. She's just straight up not having it.
Sorry. How you doing on today? How you doing on today? You don't hear me? Not on busy.
So I would say this. If I was this quote unquote Rizzler, right? That's what they like to call themselves on IG and on TikTok and these platforms. They like to call themselves, I'm the Rizzler. Okay. These so-called Rizzlers, right? She's given plenty of cues. I'm talking about plenty. Like plenty of cues that she's not having it. And I don't know what's wrong with these dudes. They can't, like, particularly these PUAs, they cannot take no hints. They cannot take a goddamn postcard. Like we like to, what we used to say back in the day. Something. There's a million chicks going through the store. A million chicks going through the store all day. Take the hint, move on, check out her items, and move on. Nope. The problem with these PUAs, they like to talk about overcoming objections and overcoming the obstacles and not taking no for an answer, which is crazy advice to give post Me Too. Because I done seen some of these dudes out there, like when I've been in New York City in some of these bars, and some of these dudes, you can tell like they heard some ish from YouTube from one of these pickup artists, and they're trying it out, and you're just like, dude, stop. She said no. Take the hint, right? But there's just a lot of dudes, they don't understand. Look, you gotta take the hint. You got. I'm sorry, sir. You got to take the hint. She's not interested. And a lot of these Rizzlers, they cannot rizz up no girl that's in shape that's over a 6 out of 10. They can't. They can only do fat chicks and I'm talking about of all races and quote unquote thick girls and ghetto trash. That's the only people they can rizz up. And I put that on everything. I put that on everything. And I don't care if he get mad again.
You hear me? Not busy. Damn. What the fuck? You good? 1543. Let me guess, like boyfriend problems, relationship problems. No. Girlfriend problems. I'm not saying that you're gay. I like it.
She's not talking like, homie. You like when you look at, first of all, right there.
I like your hair though. I'm not saying that you're
like as soon as he said, yo, you got boyfriend problems or girlfriend problems, dude, stop. She mad. She wants you to stop talking. And you don't even know, because first of all, when this is another thing too. When you this is for some young men that are watching. When you see girls like this and she's getting the snacks herself, because there's a lot of young single ladies out there, right? Back in the day, when girls would be on their, their period and all that, they would have their boyfriends give them some snacks, go to the store, get them some snacks before she throws a whole fit at the house or at the apartment. So the boyfriend or the husband will go to the store, get her some snacks. And if you don't get her the snacks that she wanted, she's gonna throw a tantrum. Right? So off rip, she already come into the store, and I see all them snacks that she got. Hold on. Let me see if I can replay the part where she puts all the snacks. Oh, like look at all these like small little snacks that she got. This is for one night. Those snacks are for one night. That's not for a week. All those snacks that you see on the counter right there. Watch this. Uh-oh.
You drop it, drop it, drop it. Oh, you drop it. Oh, you drop it.
Look at all the snacks she got.
Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. Damn. Yo, I ain't never had.
She got Cheez-Its, chips, cookies with some pickles and some other ish that I can't see right here with a kiwi drink. This is for one night, guys. She like off rip when I'm looking at her and then she not saying nothing, she mad for no reason. She low key, like I'm looking at that situation, I'm like, she's probably just going through her period and she really does not she's not trying to hear it right now. But the problem is, this is why a lot of women, when they go to these stores, you know, they wear these sunglasses, they wear a big ass hat on their head to hide their face because they're always worried that somebody's gonna try to quote unquote approach them. And if the woman is above a 5 out of 10 and she's not fat, she is gonna get somebody's gonna try to holler at her, right? But off rip, she's already going through it. So this is her. The snack is for her mood, right? It low key might be that time of the month. So as a man, you need to kind of just respect that and then just move on with your life. But you know, these so-called these Riz gods, these Riz artists, they don't know how to take no for an answer.
You hear me? You're not in business? Damn. What the fuck? You good? Good, man. 1543. Let me guess, like, boyfriend problems, relationship problems. No.
Like, right at that point, I would have been like, I'd have just given up. Or not given up, just be like, oh, sorry, my bad. Have a nice day, ma'am. And then go on about your day.
I'm not saying that you're gay. I like your hair, though. I like your hair. Yo, rolling eyes is crazy, but I'm not interested in anyway.
Okay, I'm not interested either, but you started talking to me after I'm just sitting here minding my fucking business.
Oh.
You keep coming at me.
Then she starts crashing out. Now, people are just going to look at the crash out, but they don't see what led to the crash out.
You're not fucking annoying. Also, you're not fucking funny. You're not.
No,
Actually, shut up, though, while I'm sitting here trying to have you ring my shit up.
I'm
That would be quite nice.
I'm literally doing my job, though. I'm
I
just
don't
asking you
care.
to talk.
You're talking to me after I'm not responding. You can really shut up. I don't want to hear any of that. If I wanted to hear it, I would have responded.
Bro, why?
She's right. I agree with her. He's doing too much. She's clearly not responding. If he says, look, if she says, I'm not interested right now, you're still going to keep going. So it's kind of a lose-lose for her either way.
You on 10 for what, though? Like, what's your problem?
I don't have a problem. You're my problem.
You know I own this store, right? You know,
Okay, congratulations.
you know I own this store, right?
Congratulations. You know what? I don't even want this.
How you doing?
I'm good. I just
For her to leave all the food on the counter because he annoyed her so much, that's how I know she was going through that. Because we all know, I already know, like, she don't need all them snacks. But when she's going through that time, yes, she needs all those snacks. But anyways, and I was happy because when I saw the video, I was afraid of what I was going to see in the comments, right? I was legit concerned when I looked. I was like, oh shit, the comments, they're going to be roasting her, right? Shout out to Ainsley. Yeah, not respecting social cues, boundaries. The Indian dude, yeah, he does. Did you see like the Indian dudes? They stood up like she was about to do something. Like, no, she wasn't about to do. They were sitting there laughing at her at first, even though she wasn't saying nothing. But as soon as she spoke up for herself and told the guy to F off, now they want to stand up and they need to sit their ass down. And shout out to Ainsley, because he's also a person that I would observe earlier on in my life. This is a person that's a respectful person that understands boundaries, social cues, social social interactions. Like Ainsley's great at that, right? He's literally the opposite. He's literally the opposite of me on that, right? But even me, I'm looking at this where I'm like, bro, you doing too much. You doing way too much, you know? But shout out to the people in the comments. They were on my side. I was like, okay, thankfully, because I thought I was going crazy. So let me zoom in at the comment section. So obviously the guy, let me see, is that his? Okay, never mind. Never mind about that guy. Outside of this one comment, shout out to most of the comments were like, nah, I'm with the girl on this one. You see, guys, when he says, I mean, read the room, bro. You trying to force a conversation from someone who clearly ain't trying to talk, acting like a weirdo. Somebody says she was frying that ninja. He was corny. Not all women want to hear your bullshit. Facts. I agree. Somebody said, normally I'd want to cook her, but she made it quite obvious that she didn't want to be bothered. And dude steady talking. He got what he wanted, a response. That's why I said I don't even consider what she said, what she did, rude. I don't. I really don't. Oh yeah, right now, what I'm gonna have to do, I might have to remove my Instagram because it's just steady messing up. My Instagram is just steady messing up right now, so we're gonna have to just remove the Instagram. So it's clear to me that I cannot do multi streaming off of Instagram. So we gonna remove the Instagram. So come to the YouTube, come to my YouTube channel if you are watching via Instagram Live. Come to my YouTube channel if you are watching via Instagram Live. So we're gonna remove this. Remove Instagram. And we're just gonna have to, yeah, we're just gonna have to do it like that. Sorry. Yeah. But anyways, shout out to the people. I was getting nervous. I was getting nervous. But yeah, these so-called Riz gods, these guys get on my nerves. They mess up the game. And look at this. Right. Let me put it on me. No homo. Let me put it on me. Right. I've talked about this on this channel a lot. Right. I did a video 2 years ago reviewing a rapper. And he said one of the biggest red flags that I know, he said one of the top 5 red flags in a woman that he sees is if the woman is too friendly. That's his red flag, right? And people weren't feeling that in the comments, and they're like, what do you mean if your woman is too friendly? Don't you want a friendly woman? And I'm like, at first I was confused when he said that, but then I was like, you know what? He's absolutely right. If you have too friendly of a woman, that is a red flag. That is a red flag. Now, with that being said, men need to be honest when it comes to this conversation, right? Men need to start being honest. Do you want a friendly woman, or do you want a woman like that I just saw, that I just showed you, right? Let me see if I can bring her up. Let me get a still picture of her. Oh man, she was not having it though. That was funny. I Oh man, she was not having it. She was not having it. She was.
My fucking business.
Oh,
It's kind of fucking annoying. Also, you're not fucking.
She was not having it. She was not having it. Do you want a friendly woman or do you want a woman like her? So here's the thing. Most dudes cannot handle having a woman that is friendly. Most of y'all are not ready for that. This is why when dudes would be like, "Oh, why don't women become? I want a woman that's talkable and friendly and all this stuff, great to the public." I'm like, I'm not sure. Most of y'all can't handle that. Because if you're talking about a woman with a quote unquote great personality, it's gonna be a lot of ninjas texting her. It's gonna be a lot of dudes. I'm telling you, if you have one of these girls that, if she's like a naturally friendly woman, it's gonna be a lot of dudes texting her. I'm talking about a lot. I'm talking about outside of Instagram because dudes is always gonna shoot these shot on Instagram. I'm talking about text message, like phone number. If you have a girl that is extroverted, she has a great personality, and she's literally just above a 5. That's all she has to be, just a 5 or above. Sometimes even a 3 or above. And she's not fat or not gargantuan. It's gonna be dudes texting her all the time. It's gonna be dudes calling her. It's gonna be dudes trying to. She's always gonna have dudes on the queue. She's gonna have dudes stalking her, right? So this is, and I always say this. I always mention this story about this girl that I used to work with. 2 specific ones I know, but one that always comes into mind is this one girl that I worked with when I was at Home Depot. I knew she was a good girl. Now, to the normies, people are gonna be like, "Oh, she don't even talk. She don't talk to nobody." I'm like, "Yeah, that's why she a good girl." And I figured it out as soon as I, when I noticed about her, like I would talk to her, whatever. I just say hi, what's up in passing, but I've always respected her space, right? And she always kept her distance. But a lot of dudes would take it personally, right? If they were trying to talk to a girl or they were trying to holler at a girl at their job and she keeps her space. But what I noticed about her, that's just how she was with everybody, right? She just kept her space. And I respected that about her. That's why I felt comfortable around her. She always kept her space. She wasn't flirting with the manager. She wasn't talking ish. She never gossiped. She didn't do none of that. And she didn't talk to none of the dudes at the store. So off rip, I was like, oh, I already know I'm like, she got a ninja at home. I know it. I know she got a ninja. I know she got a ninja at home that don't play that. I know it. There's no way. She didn't talk to none of the dudes at the store. And she got more comfortable around me because I respected her space. I didn't try to holler at her. I didn't try to flirt. And over time, she would talk. And I kept it a G with her. She kept it a G with, kept it a buck with me, right? But she really wasn't like, she would not talk to nobody else at the store in terms of the dudes. But she just wanted to be right. She was just one of those girls. Now to the like I said, to the normies, or one of them dudes, right? One of the older dudes that they need girls to keep smiling at them to keep their self-esteem high, right? She comes across as a quote unquote, oh, she's not nice, or she doesn't smile, or she doesn't that. But I'm like, look, do you guys want a good girl or not? Do you guys want a good girl or not? What if the girl that I showed you, what if she has a dude? What if she has a dude? What if she has a girl? Right? And what's the best approach for her if somebody that's just relentlessly going at her, but she has somebody at home, but somebody just won't take no for an answer? What else is she supposed to do? That's what I would say about her. To her defense, you know. Yes. So Pyro said it best. He says, a friendly woman, you mean she wants something from you or want to do so. Oh no, my bad. I hit the wrong one. This one right here. So Pyro says friendly women are going to attract a lot of men unintentionally. And anybody that works in customer service or works at restaurants, that works with a lot of female coworkers, they should know that men that work with that have a lot of female coworkers, and you work in retail or you working at the customer service, you working with the public, they should know this. they should know this by now. That's why I tend to have a bit of sympathy when it comes to that part of the game, when it comes to women, because I already know like women will have stalkers. Like dudes will come back to the same like all the woman has to do is just say, have a nice day, sir, and the dude will be like, I still got it. She was feeling me. Sir, she was just doing her job. Her job as a waitress or her job as a cashier or whatever. It's her job is for her to be nice, right? That's her job. Even though I've seen even, a lot of other girls, they didn't even have to be nice, and the dude was still trying to holler at her behind the register. Like I've seen so many like female cashiers, like do you guys? I'll say like this. Do you guys know? I might be giving people free advice, but somebody's got to do this. Somebody's got to do like a survey, because a lot of people don't. They be thinking I'll be making this stuff up. People need to do like a survey of like female drive-through workers. I'm talking about the next female drive-through worker or the next female cashier that you find attractive. I want you to ask them, how many dudes approached you today or just in this week? How many? Just how many? Because you'll be surprised at the answer. You'll be like, damn, that many? How many flirtatious comments did you get? How many this? You'll be surprised at the answer that you're gonna get. Like women that work, retail, particularly I'm talking about young women. I'm talking about young women that work retail. If they told you the amount of approaches that they got or the amount of people that try to get their numbers, like it would blow your mind. It would blow the average guy's mind, right? But they get approached a lot, like a lot. Okay. Oh dear. But anyways, you know what? Let me try multi-streaming on. Let me try multi-streaming one more time. I'm gonna try it 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 one more time. Edit. It's actually a lot easier to do this than I thought. It's a lot easier to do this than I thought. To just multi-stream, but in terms of the actual connection in and of itself, that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other issue. That's a whole other issue. So right, they're saying like it only basically when I do the multi-streaming, it works on Instagram for like a little bit of time, and then it just stops working. Oh man. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is gonna be the shortest live stream ever because first of all, I don't even have I got no topics. I have no topics. And then Corey Holcomb's live stream is going on at 11. So you already know I ain't going past 10. But let me change the banner. Let me change my banner. I'm remonetized. For now. That's what I'm going to put on my banner. That's what I'm going to put on my banner. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But anyways, is there anything I saved on? Oh, by the way, let me show y'all something. Thankfully, I'm so happy I just caught this. I'm so happy I just caught this. Oh yeah, they're gonna recognize me. Oh yeah, I remember when I don't know. Do you guys remember when I went on recently on Undead Chronic stream a couple months ago, and he he was listening on one of my shows where I told where I was telling you guys where there are people that have recognized me. I'm talking about the people that I've done music with. They have recognized some of my videos. And I told you the story about the singer that knew. one of the singers I knew. He was like, "Oh yeah, I saw your video on Russell Wilson and Sierra." I was like, "Oh shit!" It's always the video that I would have never thought. And there was another entity that saw my video, and they were like, "Bro, we all saw your video," and yo, you know what I mean? So there are people like I'm talking about. Oh, I thought you were this because I saw your video. It's like, oh shit, you saw my YouTube video? How? But then on top of that, there's people from my music account. I know there's like there's a couple of people. Well, there's a couple of people off my music account. They already know me off my fake Phoenix Prince account. So they follow both of my accounts. Now, most of those music guys that I know, they're Chads and Tyrones. So they're not finna just they know. So they'll watch my channel. They'll watch or they'll secretly watch it, but they won't share it because they understand what I'm doing. I don't have to tell them not to share it. But there's a couple of people that do follow both, and I'm suspect on them. Hopefully they don't do no hating ass ish and share my content, my TVMA content to my music account. Hopefully they don't do nothing stupid like that. But there's a lot of other people that do follow both my accounts, but they like say if they accidentally shared my stuff, it's not out of malice. Or if they found something funny and they shared my YouTube, it's not out of malice. I know that. They get bitches. they're following me for laughs. They're following me for straight laughs. I know who those people are. I don't even want to say their names. And plus, some of those guys, they're entering the mainstream in terms of music. Like some of those guys that I know, like they're entering a different type of market where their Instagram needs to be clean if they want to get certain type of gigs. Right? There's like they watch my YouTube channel from time to time. they watch it, but they're entering a different market, so they already know. Or I'm not gonna say they're all Tyrones. Let me not say that. I'm talking about the most of those musicians that do watch my channel from time to time. They're entering a different space in life, meaning music wise or even marriage wise. But a lot of them music wise, where I'm talking about they're doing gigs with like serious peeps. Like I'm talking about B-list, A-list stars. Like some of them A-list, playing with A-list gospel stars. So I don't have to tell them, please don't share this. I don't have to tell. They already know. They finna share this. But there's a couple of people in that music space. They do follow my stuff. Hopefully, they're suspect. And I'm like, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time, because it's only a matter of time. But it is what it is. YouTube, they trying to keep they're not trying to let people like me hide no more. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It is what it is. But let me show you this thing from Twitter. Let me show you this nonsense from Twitter that I saw. Because I think this is worse than Pop the Balloon that I'm about to show you. I think this is worse than Pop the Balloon. So this has been going viral right here. Apparently, Jubilee hosted Black Men versus Black Women. The title of the panel: Black Men Don't Protect Black Women. If I see any of you ninjas reviewing this content or blowing this content up, I'm going to lose my mind. Do not review this, because I already know it's going to be ninjas going to review this and cry and cry once they hear what Black women have to say about this. Guys, do not entertain this. This is Jubilee is now. They're just Jubilee. They just like to stir the pot. They just like to stir the pot. They just like to stir the pot. I don't want to. I am not. First of all, I am not reviewing this. This is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Black men don't protect black. I cannot believe this is a damn topic, because they already know. They look at the numbers. They see the discord between black men and black women online. They see they see the the ninjas on Clubhouse arguing over nothing. Should black men black men don't pay on the first date? Should black women submit? We've been going over this for I don't know how many years now. And now Jubilee is trying to profit off this off of black people's dysfunction. If you are a black man or a black woman worth your salt, do not review that. Do not blow up that video. Do not blow up this topic. And do not watch this. I'm not watching that. I am not entertaining that piece of garbage. Because we already know what this is. This is just adding gasoline to I'm talking about first of all, we've already been destroyed. Like, this is just straight up just just like, God damn. Talk about kicking a community down, kicking a community when they're already down. That's wild. But first of all, the black men and black women that decided to participate in this, you guys should all lose your, like, whatever respectability card that you have. It should be taken from you. Any black person that decided to involve themselves in this nonsense, I mean, bro, come on. This is ridiculous. This is beyond ridiculous. This is beyond ridiculous. Do not entertain this. I'm not watching that, because I've been seeing it doing the rounds on Twitter. I'm like, oh, here we go. I already know where they're going with this. I already know where they're going with this. Oh, also, let me show you this. This has been going viral too. And this is what I've been saying this, but people don't understand a lot of the problems that a lot of young men are facing when it comes to interacting with women their age. They're struggling because of the advice that the women older than them have given them. And most of the advice that older women and Gen X women have given Gen Z women is this: party it up in your 20s and then settle down in your 30s. That's the advice that they've been given. So people like to blame Gen Z women for their debauchery, and they like to harken back at a time where, oh, women back then, they were good and blah blah blah. They were, well, really, the actuality is the older women that people love to hold up in the air and say that they're good people, they were the ones that sabotaged Gen Z by giving them this advice that I'm about to show you. Shout out to OJ Desire. Shout out to you, man. And by the way, OJ Desire, I'm remonetized. I listened to AJ. I called AJ. I asked, what's up? I got this message on Gmail. What's going on? And he said, oh, I know what happened. This happened to me. Just do this, blah, blah, blah. So bottom line, YouTube thought I was AI. But anyways, let's go back to the video. Let's review this video real quicksy if we can. Yeah. Shout out to Pyro. He said, Chris, the 18-year-old is a kid argument is just rampant on Instagram even more. Yeah, they like to say that. An 18-year-old is a boy. It's a child. But the 18-year-old female could start a OnlyFans. The 18-year-old female could go into the adult film industry. Don't even get me started with that nonsense. But anyways, look at this advice. This is a young woman asking an older woman for dating advice. Watch this right here.
If you could give a single girl some dating advice, what would you say to her?
How old?
Let's say she's like 21.
Oh, 21. Just bang them all. Bang them all, because men are so immature that you're not gonna lock anyone down.
You heard what she said. Bang them all. Bang them all. Bang them all. Just bang them all. You see that in the caption. And I've been telling you, this is what older women, and then the funny thing is you'll have older women, they'll even complain about, oh man, these girls nowadays, they don't do this and they don't do that, and they will neglect to tell the younger men that, hey, I actually gave them this life crippling advice. Right?
Them all. Bang them all, because men are so immature that you're not gonna lock anyone down. Don't even start thinking yet about the husband stuff. But I will say, bang dudes quietly. Don't tell everybody. Shut the about it. Just go.
So basically, just be a silent hoe, a silent slut, basically.
Do your business. Bang girls, bang guys, bang dogs, trans, whatever you want. But keep an eye out for the good ones in your college. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep the solid dudes in your back pocket.
Hold on for a sec. Did she just say bang guys, bang girls, bang dogs? Is she serious? Hold on for a sec.
Bang girls, bang guys, bang dogs, trans, whatever you want.
Bruh. White girls are never beating the allegations, dog. White girls are never beating the allegations. By the way, what have I been telling you guys? Mind you, what have I been telling you? One of the top 5 overlooked red flags in a woman, if she's single and she has a pet, specifically a dog, not a cat, a dog. Not a cat, because people like to talk about the cat ladies and all this. It's not the cat ladies you got to worry about. If it's a single woman and she has a dog, and especially if she's Caucasian, especially if it's a single white female Caucasian and she has a dog and she has no business having a dog because you already know what her finances are, but she has a dog. That's a red flag. Wild.
But keep an eye out for the good ones in your college.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, keep the solid dudes in your back pocket. Like,
so keep those dudes in the friend zone, right? You know, the so-called male friends, keep the good ones, right? The Russell Wilson types. Keep them around, and then until you hit your 30s and you're done with the jerks, right? Or was it the religious guys in your back pocket that want to do the right thing? Keep the good guys in your back pocket. And then once you're past your prime, then think about those good guys in your back pocket. This is the stuff we'll tell you in this space, and people will get mad at us for saying this. But here she is giving up the game. And this is the advice that most women, this is the advice that most Gen Z women have gotten from millennial women, Gen X women, and boomer women. Bottom line, I've been spot on with this.
Like, befriend them, but don't them or date them or nothing until you're kind of like older and you're ready to like settle down with a boy.
Yeah.
And then call that guy up, like that one you had your eyes on, and then be like, "What's up, dude?"
So just basically use them.
If you could give a single girl.
Yeah.
But they talk about Andrew Tate is giving young boys toxic advice. I mean, what can get more toxic than this? What's more toxic than this? What's more toxic than this? This is why I always say, like, yeah, if you like, I'm not saying getting married young is great, but I'm just saying, like, if I'm telling you, if you're meeting your wife past a certain age, or I'll say this, you're meeting your main squeeze past a certain age, it's probably not best that you marry them because she's picking you for a reason at that time. That's why I always, they conveniently turn good after the age of 27 or 28, right? Or what's it, after the age of 26, usually, or right at the end of their college, or or basically around that age, like 24. No, I'll say on this channel, I'll say 24, 25, 26. She'll go through a little bit of a transition, and then right 27, that's where she's going to be, quote unquote, tired of the jerks, right? Looking to settle down, right? But I'll say this, I've been spot on with that. Because people just like to just blame Gen Z women for this and that. And I'm not saying there's no merit to that, but you don't understand, like, the older women have given them this advice. And it's not to help them. It's not to, they don't give them this advice to really help them. They give them this advice because they're envious of their youth. Because right now you have older women and younger women competing for the same men. So what you have are women just basically, you have older women basically sabotaging younger women. Because now that you notice, it's interesting. Now you see it's normal. It's basically normal for you'll see, like, now you're seeing more and more young male celebrities, young male athletes with older women. Now, I thought all these young dudes were trash and they shouldn't do this. But then you have older women like bragging on Instagram, look at this guy is 10 years younger than me, but they love me. They really like me. They be going after me. I'm like, I thought you told these young women that these young guys ain't this. You shouldn't take them serious. This is sabotage. Straight sabotage. They look at the opportunities that young women have, and they want that. They want all the opportunity. Like, because right now, when you look at it, the things that young women can do, the opportunities that they have, the places that they can go, the potential unlimited free ride that they can get, and on top of that, the jobs that they can get. Older women look at that and they wish they had that. So now you're seeing these older women straight up just competing with their younger female counterparts. So they've been sabotaging them every step of the way. So you'll even see this. It was something like simple, like you see in the Black community. You'll have a young Black skinny girl, just skinny girl, and an older Black woman will see that, and she'll be like, "Oh, you need to put some meat on your bones," and then she becomes fat. Sabotage. Just simple acts like that, simple little things. You know what I mean? Hold on for a second. The dog pill. I will say this, a certain group, and I'm not going to say their name because every time I say their name, something bad happens to this channel. So I'm not even going to say their name no more. I'm not even going to say their name. A certain group put me on to the dog pill. And that was horrifying, but very informative. And now I because I'll say this, technically that specific group didn't put me onto the dog pill. You know who technically put me onto the dog pill first? It was the NOI, the Nation of Islam. one of my barbers. I don't want to say his name. He used to be one of my barbers. He used to be a rapper for a hip hop group that was signed back in the day. I don't want to say his name, but he's my barber from time to time, right? I haven't been at his spot in a minute though, but he put me on to that. He technically put me onto the dog pill, but he kind of put it into, this is the stuff that white women be doing and blah blah blah. He told me the story about how he had a homeboy that was dating this white chick, and he was just getting sick out of nowhere. He was just catching these hives or something. And he kept taking these pills, and then he'll feel better, but then he'll just catch it out again. And he didn't. He said that one day he said his homeboy walked in on his white girlfriend doing the dog. Now there are a lot of Black men. Believe it or not, there are a lot of Black men that have similar stories when it comes to dating Caucasian women. I've heard a lot of stories like this. Because ever since I gotten that story, I used to hear stuff like that from time to time. But then a lot of put me really, particularly people from the NOI, from the Nation of Islam, or the FOI, right? They put me onto on the information where white women will be messing with their pets and all this. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. So technically they put me onto it, but this other specific group, which I will not mention on this channel anymore, they put me onto the dog pill for real. And they literally went into details of like what type of dogs that they choose and all. Oh, you're just like, wow. So if you guys if you have the stomach for it, you can go on Reddit, you can go on whatever page you need to go on and just type in the dog pill. And it is what it is. It is what it is. I remember I saw something on Reddit where it was a guy he does like he tests like DNA, and he said that he's like at his position, he's seeing a lot of women where he's seeing a lot of their matter and canine matter showing up in the DNA. I'm like, oh hell no. I don't even want to go into detail with that. But I saw people with testimonies and all this stuff. I'm talking about all types of people with testimonies. The dog pill is a real thing. It's a real thing. It's not a myth. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. And for her to even say what she said, talk like let me repeat, because she said it. She said it.
Bang girls, bang guys, bang dogs, trans, whatever you want.
Bruh. She wasn't just saying dogs just to just say it. Like she meant what she said, bro. She meant that. Oh yeah, that is Tom Segura's wife. That is Tom Segura's wife. Ain't this the same? Mind you, this is the same broad that be trying to virtue signal at times about the stuff that young women be doing nowadays. And here she is with this same advice. She's a saboteur. Oh shoot. Pat, why are you watching this, man? Oh no. So, oh no, Pat, you're not supposed. This is not like there's somebody on my IG live that's watching this right now. You're not supposed to watch this, man. Please do not. Yo. Pat, sign off. This is Pat, sign off, man. Why are you watching this, man? Pyro was right, man. I should have not shared this to Instagram Live. Pat, you're not supposed to be watching this, man. Pat's one of my musician friends that I was talking about. Oh Lord. Oh no. Powwow says, enlighten us, please. Oh, like I already told you. Oh, but I'll say this: when I did look into that dog pill stuff, they went into specifics on the type of dog breed that like women they will select certain dog breeds specifically because of the size. Yeah, it's wild. It's not no conspiracy. Like this, I'm talking about they got like it's like people that work in these DNA labs and all these, like they got proof. They got proof of this. They got proof. So Pyro, the Flame King, says, oh, so that's why they are jealous, because they've been a 304 in their early 20s and now they're old and no dude wants them. That's why they hate the new generation of girls getting all the dudes and the benefits. But it's not necessarily that. It's just they're looking at the things that young women can do. Like, because technically when you look at it, the young women today, yeah, they have a high body count, but technically they can get so much more and they don't really have to sleep with anybody to get it. They don't have to. If somebody was actually giving them real advice, like real actual advice, they actually don't have to sleep with anybody, especially nowadays. Like I always say that, I always use this as an example. If you're a woman, all you got to do is just be a decent enough musician and you're going to get 200,000 followers on Instagram. Or you could there are young women right now that are athletes in their high school or whatever. They start their page at age 16 or 17 and they already got 50,000 followers off rip. because they play on the volleyball team or they play on the soccer team, and they show a lot of skin, and they already know dudes like to look at dudes just like to look at beautiful women. It is what it is. They like to look at young, attractive women. This is what dudes like to do. So they'll start their page or at 17, 16, or 18 or whatever. And I'm talking about they'll be 18 or 19 years old. They'll talk about the college that they're going to, and they'll already have like 30,000 followers on Instagram, 50,000 followers. And I'm talking about they can be coming from a school out of nowhere. And since the bar is so low when it comes to, shape, right? Women that are in shape, women that are out of shape, a female athlete is going to garner a lot of attention on Instagram, like a lot, like a whole lot of attention. You know what I mean? So that's real. Like, give me name me any female athlete, any young female athlete. I'm talking about she could be playing Division III ball, Division III sports. She's gonna have like 50,000 followers on Instagram just off the intention. So women see the stuff that they can do, how they can monetize, how women, specifically young women, can basically monetize themselves at a way higher rate. So the older women see all of this, they wish they had it like that. This is why you see a lot of the older women that really should be retiring their 304ism, and they're trying to get back in the game. That's why you see what you see Scottie Pippen's ex-wife trying so hard to stay in the game, competing with women that are less than more than half her age, if that makes sense, right? So she's trying to stay in the game as long as she possibly can, because she's looking at the benefits and she's like, I wish I had that. But let me see if I can give an example. Like, you can give me any random female athlete, I'm talking about there are women that are just starting pages and they're just like a little bit beautiful. They're like semi-beautiful. I'm a social worker at this spot, blah, blah, blah. Instantly 200,000 followers for them just existing. You know what I mean? Like, older women see that and they're just like, I wish I had that. Because really, technically, and I would say this to any young woman that's watching, you don't actually have to sleep with anybody to get what you want in 2025. That's why older women be pushing younger women to become hoes. So then now, once you have the younger dudes that are with their young female counterparts, then once these younger dudes start trying out older women, what's the first thing that older women say? Oh man, my body count is lower than women that are his age. That's the first thing that they say to make themselves higher, or to deem themselves more higher attractive than the younger woman. But let me see if I can bring up a female athlete example. I wish I could really bring up a female athlete example. I can't believe Pat's watching this. Oh, like, God damn it, man. Stop. Dude. Now my Instagram is working perfectly. You see this, Pyro? You see this? Now I'm talking about my Instagram's been messing up the whole day. Working perfectly, internet connection perfect, no hiccups, no nothing. This is funny, man. This is some funny stuff. Angel Reese, facts. That's a great example. Angel Reese. And Pyro said, even though she looked like Sid from Ice Age, it don't matter. Look at the attention she gets. Look at the sponsors she's able to get, even though she's playing in a sport where she can't even get no money. Look at how she can monetize herself without really I'm talking about women. They don't got to do the same rituals that the men have to do to get the fame that they got. Like, like for men to get a following, they literally have to put in real work. They have to put in real work. A woman, all she gotta say is, "I'm 18. Look at my body. I play sports at this spot," and they get instant, automatic 30,000 followers on Instagram. Let me search a random. Okay? Let me give y'all an example real quick. What is this Colombian? What is this famous professional soccer team in Colombia? I hope I can bring up that example. Yeah, Atlético Nacional. So I remember, okay, there's this club in Colombia called Atlético Nacional, right? And I remember looking at their no, this is what happened. Their professional female team popped up on the Explore. And what was crazy is there was a lot of pretty women on that team. And I saw they put the tags of all the women on the team. Dude, most of the women on there that didn't look like dykes, they all had 10,000 followers plus. I'm not joking. All they had to do, like the ones that looked like bull daggers, they didn't have a following. But basically, any feminine looking woman in that team, they had 10,000 followers plus. And they're from Colombia. Hold on, let me see if I can bring up their team. Atlético Nacional female team. They gotta have they gotta have an Instagram or something. Cause I remember I was laughing so hard because they showed their dude, the female team in and of itself has 148,000 followers, right? They gotta I don't know if they showed the I don't think they're gonna show the tags. It's because it's an old post from like probably like 2 years ago. Oh no, I don't think I'll be able to find it. They be showing all their posts. But I remember they showed like the tag of all the women on the team. They showed the tags. They showed all their basically their Instagram information. Okay, let's take this woman for example. Oh, they don't have her tag. Let me see. Do they have her tag? They gotta have one of these ladies' tags. They gotta have one of their Instagram profiles. Oh no, that's not it. I gotta find like just one random female athlete's Instagram page. Or one that you guys would like deem pretty. Right? Let me see. Somebody that the normies would deem pretty. I gotta find one. And I bet you they're gonna have over 10,000 followers on Instagram. I can't find no tags. Okay, let's take Lizette. I don't know who Lizette is. I don't know if people find her pretty. She seems like a normal looking, chick. Let me see. Bruh, she got 14,000 followers. I don't even think most normies would even find her that attractive. But look at, she got magazine deals. And that's no disrespect to her. I'm just saying, like, most dudes, like, I'll say this is a normal, like, this is average. This is like average. Maybe a little bit below average, right? She has 14,000 followers on Instagram. And she plays on a female soccer team with nobody. I'm talking about, you don't see nobody. There's nobody. Look. There's nobody in the crowds. I'm talking about nobody comes to the games, but she got 14,000 followers. Nobody in the crowd, but she got 14,000 followers. 14,000 followers. And she doesn't even play. She doesn't even play for the Colombian female national team. And I just picked a random chick. I don't even know who that chick is. So look at the opportunity. Look at the opportunities they get. So this is why I would always advise, especially young ladies. And I'm like, if you have an older woman just telling you to just bang everything in sight, she does not have your best interests in mind. And you could call us misogynist for saying that. Oh, you guys just want these low body count virgins. Look. When women are usually giving other women advice, it's usually sabotage. Okay, let's take this chick. Okay, people will find her attractive. Okay, okay, people are definitely gonna find her attractive. I already know that. I know, like, people will find her attractive. Let's see this. Yep, 29,000 followers. 29K off of IG. 29K off of IG. And so she plays for the Colombian national team. But still, now that like I said, this is 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Y'all would consider her a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. But look at the opportunities to market themselves, to monetize themselves. This is what older women are jealous of. What they can do. The things that they can do for themselves, right? Oh yeah, by the way, shout out to Educated Tyrone that just joined in off of Instagram. Shout out to Educated Tyrone that just joined in off of Instagram. By the way, Educated Tyrone, I am remonetized. Hold on, where's my banner? Yeah, I am remonetized. For now. I say for now. I'm remonetized for now. But you guys get my point when you see we got I think this is a game. Like I keep telling, just search up any female musician that you know. Locally, out of state, off rip, $50,000. I mean, sorry, 50,000 followers, 100,000 followers. And I'm talking about she plays it like doing the exact, and I know dudes with like crazy piano clips. Most that they can get is 5,000 followers, 7,000 followers. I'm talking about dudes, like they'll show their performances playing with A-list musicians. 8,000 followers, 9,000 followers. And then it's a random female athlete from Colombia who nobody comes to see play. 50,000 followers off IG. I remember there was this one specific female athlete from Colombia that played on the soccer national team. Everybody was crushing after her. I forgot her name. When she was like 20 or 19 years old, she had like 200,000 followers, 300,000 followers. And she played for, I think, the same club that I just showed you. She played for the Colombian national team. Like she had a following, bro. Like a real, like just a following. And she, like, bruh. So OJ Desire said, Chris, what do you think about the Top Boy actor getting accused of? You got to say his name. You got to say, first of all, you got to say his name, because there's a lot of people getting accused. They I would have sworn somebody said Cat Williams got accused of something just recently. So it's, hold on for a second. Let me search something up real quick. Cat Williams. That could be fake news. Oh no, that's something else. They're saying that Cat Williams is being charged of deletion. They're they're saying that Cat Williams is linked to deleting somebody. But anyways, when it comes to like actors and all that and men in general, I keep telling you what's been happening. It's war. It's war. Women don't just want to sleep with the actors anymore. They like, you know how back in the 90s, 80s, and 70s, early 2000s to a lesser extent, you know, all women wanted to do, they just wanted to be with their celebrity crush and all this stuff. But now they have the easiest access. You can be a chick from Wyoming and you can still get a dude with a blue check or a dude that's an actor or a musician or an entertainer of some sort to slide in the DMs, and he can fly you out. Or you can be a young woman on a sugar daddy app and you live in Connecticut and you can get flown out on to California on the same day and be back the next day without nobody knowing. So it's not enough for young women nowadays, or women in general, to just be with a guy with money, just to be around his presence, or to be with an actor that has a lot of status. All that is not enough for them anymore. They want what they have. And if it means accusing that guy of rape, assault, whatever, they're going to do it. This is all about a competition of wealth and resources, right? That's all. They want what those rich guys have. It's not enough for them to just sleep with them or just be around them just for the hell of it. Why do you think you see all these bitches now? They go into these Twitch streamers. They're trying to date these Twitch streamers, and they're trying to be on their stream and get all this free camera time. They want clout. It's not. They don't just want to be around. They're using those Twitch streamers so they can grow their own platform. They grow their own audience. They want their own wealth. They think they should be at the same level at the guy that slid in their DMs. I always bring up the example from the Fresh and Fit clip that I can't find for the life of me. Nina the Pineapple, I think her name was. She said she said I'm on the same level as the guy that owns the yacht because I'm on the boat. She said this with a straight face, and people was looking at her like she was crazy. But this is the mentality. Even though they just been selected to just be an expensive piece of furniture, they're basically just signing up to be an expensive piece of furniture. They're just there for decorational purposes. That's why they're there. But because they're on the boat with the millionaire or the billionaire, or they're in the party with the celebrity, with this guy of status, they think that they're entitled to that status because he called them or he approached them. They think they should be at that level. That's how their brain works. Right? Michael Ward, you said that's his name. So let me search up the news. Top boy actor accused. Yep, Michael Ward, you were right. That's his name. Michael Ward. Let me read from The Guardian, or should I read from the BBC News? I'll try. Okay, I'll do BBC News. That's fine. Top boy actor Michael Ward charged with rape. Okay. Let's read this. Okay. Okay, let's read this. Okay, I'm gonna speed read through this real quick. Okay, they're saying he's charged with 2 counts of rape and 3 counts of SA. Okay, he's innocent. That's all I needed to see. He's in. What? 2 counts of grape and then 3 counts of SA. How does that work? See, yeah, I already know he's innocent. He's innocent. And he said he added that he had cooperated with police fully throughout their investigation and had full faith it would lead to his name being cleared. He said the alleged offenses relate to one woman and are reported to have taken place in January 2023, according to the police force. Okay. They said Mr. Ward is due to appear at Thames Magistrates Court in London on 28 August. Said our specialist officers continue to support the woman who has come forward. We know investigations of this nature can have significant impact on those who make blah, blah, blah. Catherine Becca's deputy chief. Oh, he's fucked. Hopefully she has a different point of view because you got the He said, having carefully reviewed a file of evidence, the Crown Prosecution Service has authorized the Metropolitan Police to charge Michael Ward, 27, with 2 counts of grape, 2 counts of assault by penetration, and 1 count of SA against a woman in January 2023. What? So she goes, it is vital that there should be no reporting, commentary, or sharing of information online which could in any way prejudice these proceedings. You already put his name. What is wrong with these people, bro? Oh my goodness, man. Let me see this Top Boy actor. Let me give the Guardian because let me see. They got to have more. I need more information on this. I'm already low-key. I'm already because I already know Jamaican ninjas. They don't even like the police. So he fully cooperated with the police and everything, and they're still saying they're still trying to give him something. I mean, come on. Let me see. Empire of Light. Okay, I don't. Come on, man. They on nonsense. He's innocent. he's innocent. I don't even know the information. But I'm gonna go out on a limb, per se. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he's innocent. Please. They talking about 3 counts of grape, 2 separate ones on 1 broad. How does that work? How can you get 2? Wait, how do you get 3 counts and then a separate 2 on 1 bish? How? Whoa. Maybe look, I've told people, like, I remember one girl, I had to tell her, oh no, my boy and his girl, let me say it like that. Sorry, let me not be disrespectful. My boy and his girl, they were trying to help me out when I did a show in New Haven, and I had to tell them, I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm a bit slow. I had to they were trying to help me out with my music equipment, but my car was surrounded by unruly ninjas. But I was still going there anyways because I just didn't care. I didn't even notice the ninjas. That's how slow I was sometimes. And look, I'm slow as hell. I fine. What did Jordan Peterson? What did Jesse Lee Peterson say? I'm black and I'm slow, right? I concur. For me, but this makes no sense. How you get 3 counts and then another 2 separate count of SA on 1 broad? What? So what do you mean? He took a break and then he came back and took another break? What is this? With 1 broad? How does that work? Ninja was taking breaks in between? This doesn't make sense. This sounds like one of those retroactive, consent type nonsense. This is what this sounds like, one of those retroactive consent type things. she consented at the time, and then a month or two later, she don't consent no more. It's time to put a case on the ninja. That's what it sounds like to me. Shit. This don't even make no sense. I'm reading the article. It don't make no sense. Okay, let me search up just Michael Ward. I need more information. But just off the little bit. Okay, Sky News. Like, this is ridiculous, man. But like I said, this because there's a lot of dudes that get that. Like how many charges did Conor McGregor, like Conor McGregor done had, like how many women trying to come forward saying that he essayed them, and none of the stories, and as wild as Conor McGregor is, none of the stories make sense. Like none of the stories make sense, but they still pull it. Like I don't get this. Yeah, 2 counts of assault by penetration and 1 count of SA. So it's 3 charges. Yet they said the offenses relate to 1 woman and are reported to have taken place in January 2023. Even and I don't know if you guys saw the work I did with Ben McLemore, the guy that got sentenced 8 years to prison. Because once I see the court transcripts or the court records, so once he goes to court, once the court details come out, it's going to explain everything. When I saw the court details for Ben McLemore in the official testimony, I already knew what happened. I knew exactly what happened. It was a white girl. Clearly, she comes from some parents with money. And I already knew that was a white girl too. I was like, oh yeah, that's a white girl. Ninja doing 8 years off a word of a broad. I'm like, that's a white girl written all over it, right? And I already knew because she said it's not about the money, it's about the. I'm like, oh, her parents got money, and she was at a party that she was not supposed to be at. Her parents found out, or her beta boyfriend found out. And then now she's trying to talk about how he took advantage of me because I was drunk. I said, look, with Ben McLemore, I told you guys, give it 2 years. Give it 2 to 3 years. I say for me, just give it, it might be a year. Somebody's going to snitch. One of her friends are going to snitch on her with the Ben McLemore situation. I said one of her friends is going to snitch on her, and they're going to have to revisit the case. Same thing with the Tory Lanez case. I said, I'm like, give it time. People gonna relook at the case. People gonna be like, no, something's not adding up. Now, unfortunately, what's gonna have to happen with same thing with Tory Lanez, Ben McLemore, since they're already been charged and they already got to serve their sentence, they have to basically wait to not necessarily get exonerated, but get pardoned. Now they're just hoping that they just get pardoned by somebody, or they get enough signatures to get exonerated, or whatever the process is with that. This is why, anyways. Oh yeah, he said that white baseball player thought he was safe because he was dating and mashing a black woman, and we saw what happened. Oh yeah, you talking about Trevor Bauer? Technically, that black woman coming forward saved his life, low key, because when the white woman came forward, the initial woman, they all believed her, but when the black woman came forward, they were like, hey, something's not right here. Something's not right. That's why, like, black women, a lot of black women are jealous of white women, is because people will believe them. People will believe white women when they pull the grape card, right? And that's unfortunate because there's a lot of black women out there that are victims, but they're never going to be believed, right? But when you see black women complaining about white women, it's not necessarily about morals. or when they say don't date a white woman, she's gonna do this to you. It's just it's actually an envy that they have on the power that they hold. Oh, they say that Instagram has disconnected my live stream. They currently disconnect streams after 1 hour. Okay. And then they said I can re-add. Okay, they said I can re-add it. Okay. So basically after 1 hour on Instagram, they basically shut it down. That's cool. Because they make it pretty easy for me to do it again. They make it very easy. So shout out to them. Hold on, let me re-add it. Let's do this again. Let's do this again. I'm re-monetized. Let me change the title on my Instagram live. For now. Okay. Public copy stream key. Move. My bad, guys. I'm just trying to put it back on Instagram live again. Here we go. Here we go. But yeah, that's as soon as a black woman does the same thing, they're just like, hey, hold on. Oh man. Let's go live off Instagram, and we should be back in business on Instagram. We should be back in business. But yeah, basically after an hour, they just basically be like, all right, that's it. But anyways, shout out to Michael Ward and shout out to Ben McLemore. Like I said, give that Ben McLemore, give it 2 years max. Give it 2 years max. Give it 2 years max. Somebody gonna snitch on that girl. Somebody's gonna snitch on that girl. And if I'm wrong, it's gonna be 5 years. So it's eventually it's gonna come out. Eventually it's gonna come out. And by then it's gonna be too late for Ben McLemore to re-enter the NBA because they're not gonna say that they were wrong or whatever professional venture. But technically his career was already on the downturn because I think he was in his 30s. So it's already over anyways. But anyways, shout out to Michael Ward. Let's search. I'm going to search him up on Twitter. Let me see what the Twitter sphere have to say about Michael Ward. Michael Ward. Okay, so I'm on Twitter right now and I'm looking at this. Hold on for a second. Let me grab my what the hell is my phone? I'm looking for my phone right now. Hold on for a second, guys. I don't know why I can't. Oh, here it is. It's right here. Sorry, yeah, I was looking for my phone. I was like, where the hell is my phone? Oh, somebody wants to they want me to join their indoor soccer league. To fund. Somebody wants to send a message. Uh-oh. I just got a message here. Who wants to send me a message? Oh, Lord, have mercy. Hello, how are you? Can we, we can work on the promotion for your content. Kindly let us know if you are interested and we will send the details. Except Musician's Corner. What is this? Okay, I'm a little bit interested, but nah. No, I'll look at it later. So yeah, I'm looking at Twitter. First of all, let me chill with Twitter real quick. Let me chill with Twitter when I'm doing the search, because Twitter wild. Twitter is a wild thing. Yeah, so yeah, I guess we still live in I'm looking at these responses. It looks like we still live in an era where basically all the women has to say, all women have to say is all somebody has to do is accuse you, and they're just gonna take their word for it, which is, I don't know, to me that's just wild. No, here's the wild part. This is the wild part here, and let me get real with y'all. This is what I've noticed. When the celebrity and entertainers get hit with an accusation, most people, they believe it. But when somebody in their family accuses somebody, then they want to start asking questions. That's the wild part to me. This is let's talk about this real quick. Because really, when you're talking about stuff like grape, SA, these things are actually more prevalent with people that you know. So whatever daughter or son that you may have, the person that's most likely to do that to them is somebody that you know. So that could be a teacher, their brother. Sorry, your brother might do that to your kid or your parent. That's if something like that were to occur to your kid or your brother or your sibling, it's most likely going to be somebody that you know, or even a family member. Really, if you look at stuff like that. And the crazy thing is, when the family member will come forward and say, this family member did this to me, now all of a sudden family members, now they have questions and all this stuff. But then when it comes to the entertainers, they just automatically, or the athletes specifically. Anyways. Pyro says, Chris, you notice how most of the Instagram normies becoming RP out of nowhere, and the women in the comments saying 304 less, slop. Well, I am noticing that, like, it's a lot. Like I said, the truth is gonna reveal itself anyways. Like I said, they could take all the channels away, but like, even people are like, there are some people noticing, like, specifically, let me bring up these clowns. What's it? Abba and Preach. Because these I'm like, y'all, Every time I look up at the notification, they're making a video about Fresh and Fit. Every time I get a notification on their channel, they talking about Fresh and Fit. I'm like, they don't got nobody else to talk about. They talking about Fresh and Fit, or they talking about Myron Gaines, right? Or somebody in the RP specifically. I'm like, y'all ain't got nothing else better to do. Anything wrong that they can find with the space, they promote the ish. And it's literally, that's most of their content now, trying to find stuff wrong with our space, or they're trying to talk about Fresh and Fit. And mind you, what's it, Myron Gaines and Fresh, they're demonetized. Yet I'm talking about all their videos. Watch this. Let me all of their videos now is them talking about Myron Gaines or Fresh and Fit as a whole, or the RP, or a RP creator getting quote unquote owned. Just man, I'm like, y'all, I'm like, these motherfuckers, bro. I'm like, you think people don't notice this? Abba and Preach talking about virtue signaling at the highest degree. Watch this. Relationships. RP creator. Myron. But it was interesting. Oh, yeah, Just Pearly. But there was like a point where I was watching it, and every other video that they had, it was Fresh and Fit. every other video was Fresh and Fit. It looks, oh, actually, you know what? It looks like they deleted some of those videos. Or maybe I'm just tripping. I might be tripping. But that was most of their videos at one point. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, Red Pill. Yeah, ever since they've been on. Damn, how many videos did they make of these people? Golly. But anyways. Anywho. Sheesh. Another one. But anyways. All I did was search up Myron on the search tab. Jeez. Or they show that one black dude's channel. What's his name? The Desirable Truth. I don't know. I think that's his thing. They show his videos. They try to make him look bad. I think that's his name. Yeah, The Desirable Truth. Yeah, they show this guy's videos.
Is it real?
Yeah, The Desirable Truth. They show his videos and they try to make fun of him. They need to stop. They need to stop. But anyways, let me see. What time is it right now? 10:13. It's 10:13. Let me chill. Yeah. Yeah, the black dude who randomly walks up to people and asks about dating. Yeah, The Desirable Truth. So Pyro said, all I see is two losers crapping on another two losers. It's getting out of hand now. Makes me want to block their channel. But low-key, I'm starting to think that Myron is an agent. Not just Myron, but I mean Abba is an agent. Because ever since, or he's compromised, not necessarily an agent, but he's compromised. Ever since they got in trouble, because people don't remember, Abba and Preach, they had like a YouTube, they had one specific video. They put Red Pill in their title. They were just talking about the red pill in general, and their channel got like serious, like they faced like serious monetization issues after putting that in their title, especially with the amount of subscribers that they had. They faced like serious like monetization consequences for that. So ever since then, it seems like they've been doing everything to be like, oh yeah, the red pill, they're these guys are a bunch of losers. I'm like, chill. We know you're trying to overcompensate because you was about to lose your channel over there. It's the same thing with with me and the group that I've mentioned on this channel that I will not mention anymore. I get that, but you're doing a little bit too much overcompensating. I'm this close. I'm this close to blocking Abin Preacher's channel. I'm this close to unsubscribing. This close. Because at the end of the day, I still like a lot of their content anyways from the past. I thought they were cool. But I always say this, Abba, ever since I saw Abba do that ish to Destiny with his girl on live stream, when he was dancing with his girl right in front of Destiny's face, ever since I saw that, I don't really have the same respect. I don't have the same respect for Abba like I used to. And I remember when I was talking about this with Reaper Rel, and I was glad that he agreed with me on that. That's one of those things I was glad that somebody agreed with me on, because I'm like, maybe it's just me, but I don't trust Abba. He comes across to me as the type to be your friend, but then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, man. I fell in love with your girlfriend, man. He's one of them types. Or he thinks it's cool, like you break up with your girl and then all of a sudden he's with your girl right afterwards, and it just, everybody should just act like it's normal. He seems like one of them types. Now Preach is not fat, but Preach is the kind of shorter, chubbier guy. That guy, I know he comes across as gay, but what people got to understand, people that come from like different countries and then they come to America, when they come to assimilate, they assimilate with the culture. So he's trying to assimilate with the culture. He doesn't realize he comes across as gay. But even if he is gay, just because somebody's gay does not mean that they cannot fight. I keep trying to tell people, gay people are strong. These are not some punks. Gay people are not there's a lot of gay men out there. They're not these punks that you think they are. Even the Transformers, they're not these punks that you think you can't just run up on one of these alternative lifestyle people and think you finna get over on them. It don't no. These are some big dudes, and a lot of them, they can fight for real. You want no parts of that. But anyways, I need some water. But anyways. Yeah, I'm looking at most of these comments on the Michael Ward situation. They're just rolling with it. Looks like they're just rolling with it. Look at this comment right here on Twitter. This is funny. This is funny right here. Watch this. He said, y'all welcome sex workers and side chicks into relationship discourse, and the black community has been in shambles since. And also, I'll say this, men incorporating, game and pimp culture into the dating discourse, that hasn't helped as well. But this is true. This is true. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can find one Instagram video to show you before I check out of here. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna do this exercise one more time. You guys just send me like whatever random female team, and I'm gonna pick like one of the prettiest girls or one of the prettiest mid girls on that team, and we're just gonna be baffled by the follower count. Just baffled by the follower count. That's a great exercise. That's a great exercise. Anyways, let's do one more random Instagram clip that I've had saved. Let's see it. Let's get this party started. So that's an Adventure Time reference right there. But anyways. Let me look for the perfect video. I'm trying to look for the perfect. I just saw a funny video that I didn't realize that I saved. Let me look at this. Oh. This is funny right here. Let me share this video with you real quick. Let me share this vid real quick. This is a funny vid.
In Texas is suing a U.S. Marine claiming that he spiked her drink with abortion pills, killing their unborn child. The lawsuit alleges that 34-year-old Christopher Cooprider secretly dissolved at least 10 misoprostol pills into a cup of hot chocolate that he made for Leona Davis.
Now, this lawsuit includes these text messages. They were sent in the weeks leading up to the incident in which Davis denied Cooprider's repeated requests to get an abortion. Well, so far, he has declined to comment.
The turned tables. This is why I've always told men on this platform, do not women don't argue with women when it comes to I always say this, the abortion topic is redundant. Everybody in this conversation when it comes to abortion, baby deletion, they're all hypocrites. Women, men, liberal woman. Nobody's keeping it 100. So if the woman gets rid of it, it's not murder. If the man takes it upon himself after he told you not to keep it, you decide to keep it, so he decides to take care of it. Now he's getting sued for it. Or now they're going to call him a murder. Or how about this? Let's take it to an extreme example. I've seen dudes, like I remember there was this one dude, specifically this one dude, he was a drunk driver. He crashed into a car with a pregnant woman. And they said that he should have been, and then there was women in the comment section saying that he should have been charged with double murder. And then I always bring up the other story about the young woman that got deleted by her military boyfriend because she decided to go back on her plan on getting the baby deletion. She decides to keep it. He decides to delete her. And it was all women. Mind you, she was only two weeks. Like, I think she was only like, she was barely a month pregnant, barely, if that. And it was all these women in the comment section saying that he should have been charged with double deletion. Then these are going to be the same women saying that, oh, it's only a clump of cells. When you tell them that you're doing the murder, They say they're not. It's not murder when they do it, but it's murder when we do it. So it's a redundant conversation. Everybody's being hypocrites. The women that are saying that they're pro-choice, the women that swear that they're pro-choice, they're pro-life when it conveniences them. The women that are pro-life, when they find out their teen daughter is pregnant, they're the first one dragging their daughter to the to the baby deletion clinic. The dudes that say they are pro-life, when they get a hooker pregnant, they're dragging the woman to the abortion clinic themselves. And the crazy thing is, the only people that really suffer are the dudes that are really pro-choice, meaning if you want the baby deleted, if you want the girl to take the abortion, if she doesn't want to do it, she doesn't want to do it. You can't do nothing about it. So the actual men that are actually pro-choice, they can't even exercise their pro-choice. And then the pro-life men, most of them are hypocrites, because I already know if they knock up somebody that they weren't supposed to, all of a sudden they turn into pro-choice. So everybody, there's too much hypocrisy when it comes to the abortion topic. I'm talking about with men and women.
Woman in Texas is suing a U.S.
Somebody said, improvise, adapt, overcome. Smooth is fast, fast is smooth. I don't know why he's in trouble. Yep, she was trying to baby trap him and she got mad. I don't think he's wrong for that though, because where's his choice? Is he not allowed to be pro-choice? That's why I said it's pointless for a man to be pro-choice, because it don't matter. His choice there's no choice in the matter. So there's no consistency when it comes to this baby deletion topic. There's none. Before I leave, I gotta see if I can find that one Colombian soccer player that went viral. I gotta find that, because it was like this one specific, like she was on the, like she wasn't on the actual she was on the U20 team. She was on one of the youth teams of the national program. This is one specific chick. She went viral. Hold on for a second. I gotta search this. Pretty female Colombian soccer player. No, not. Nah. They playing dumb. I'm not talking about Caicedo. Even though I think she has the potential to be the best female soccer player in the world. I'm not talking about Caicedo. They got to stop it. No disrespect to her. I'm not talking about. They trying to hide. They try to hide the chick. Oh man. It was this one chick. She went viral. It was funny to me at the time. Yes, that's her name. Okay. Let's see if we can yes, that's her name. I found it. Angela Barone. I don't know if y'all know who that is. Let me see. Angela. Uh-oh. Let me try this on a different tab. Angela, let's see. Angela Barone. Yes. This chick right here. Oh, shout out to Garrett Grant. Oh, yeah. By the way, Garrett, I'm remonetized for now. I'm remonetized. I'm remonetized for now. But, anyways, let's look at her page. So, oh, yes, yes, yes. You see, like I said, 267,000 followers. And like, so I would say this: what would you rate her? Or let me look up the picture. Like, let me search up like when she actually went viral. So yeah, this is around the time where she was going viral. So yeah, around this time. Let me see the year. Yeah, this was around the time she was going viral. So basically around this time. Yeah, that's where she was going viral. So where would you rate? Because when she went to Atlético Nacional, after she went to Arizona University, whatever college she went to, this is when her face started, like specifically her face, like she has a strong face card, right? So where would you rate her? Just asking you guys, where would you rate her out of 10? Honestly. And like Kevin Samuel said, you can't use 7. Where would you rate her out of 0 out of 10? 6 out of 10. So some might say 6 out of 10. So Garrett says 6 out of 10. Oh yeah, thank you, Garrett, with the congrats. So Garrett says 6 out of 10. Let me see if I can bring up. So that's when she really started going viral, when she basically joined that club. And team photos of that club started going viral, and then her face basically went viral. That's in the, I don't know if I could find that. Yeah, that team photo. Yeah, and this is when she was on the U20 team. On the U20 team, but like I said, she went viral as what? And she was what? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember this specific photo went viral, and people was going goo goo gaga. Yeah, these photos of her came out during the was it the U20 World Cup, the women's U20 World Cup, and it was it was going. People was going goo goo gaga, no cap. And I don't want dudes to act like, oh, nah. I remember them comments. They was going in the comments. See if I could. Ninjas was going in the comments. I remember that. Yeah, they saw this broad on the bench like this. They were like, who's that? Oh, man. I would say this. Me personally, if I'm going to keep it a buck, I would consider her a strong 8. But there's dudes out there that would be like, this is a 10. Believe it or not, there are I'm talking about like the lamest dude. There's dudes out there, and the only reason why they would consider her a 9 is because they just like face, right? and they're just going off face. But I would consider her, this is a strong 8. And I would not argue if somebody said this was a 9 or a 10. So for me, I gotta say 8 out of 10. But like people are like dudes are not cold approaching her. They see her, they're like, I don't got no shot. Now I'll say this: if she had like tattoos and she was trashy and she was quote unquote thick, then yeah, you'll have dudes approach. But it's just all for nefarious intentions. When they see somebody like this, they're like, nah, she looks too innocent. She's mad pretty. They're gonna be intimidated. They ain't finna they not finna pull up. They're gonna be, or if they do try to approach, they're gonna try to be as they're not gonna try none of their techniques. They're gonna be nice as possible. As nice as possible. So right now, but yeah, when she went viral, then now because now she got 200,000 followers. But we got, like I said, we got to do like we got to pick, but not a professional team. We got to pick it's got to be a college team, a college female team, any random college female athletics team, and then because sometimes they'll tag the women in those pictures, and I just want to just do like a guessing game, like how many followers. And I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, people would, people would consider her a 9. I'm sorry, Grant. I'm sorry, Grant. People, what? People definitely leaving the RP for her. They leave in the RP. What? I'm talking about she can turn, because I know what she's gonna look like around like age 27. I know exactly what she's gonna look like, right? But I'm talking about even when she hits 27, 28, and she starts to hit the wall, she's still gonna get dudes to leave the RP for her. That's how I judge it. That's how I judge it. She's gonna get dudes to leave the RP for her. Trust me on that one. Anyway, man. Anyway, yeah, it's 10:37. Let me chill out. It's 10:37. Oh yeah, he said, yeah, okay, I can see her being an 8. Like I would could like me personally, I would say 8. Strong 8. A strong 8. Me personally. Now I know you're saying 6, but I'll say, and I always say this, the hack. Me and AJ already told y'all the hack. Female soccer players. People want to talk about softball players and gymnastic women. I got you. I'm telling you, female soccer players. That's where it's at. Especially if you want to talk about people want to talk about face card this, face card that. Telling you. That's the hack. That's that. People say volleyball, nah. Volleyball, nah. Telling you, something like the prettiest girls I saw at my college, they were on the soccer team. I'm talking about the 2 prettiest ones in that whole campus. They were on the soccer team. There's no denying this. There's no denying this. But anyways, okay, it seems like over time my Instagram got better. It got better. But it's clear to me that I probably can't do like Multi-streaming, I probably can't do that on the regular. But it is what it is. But yep, that's all I had to tell you today. Because since I'm remonetized, I'm back in business. Unfortunately, now I can't hide my face anymore because that's why I was demonetized. Or that's what they told me. Basically, with the response I gave them with my appeal. So it is what it is. I can't do anything to change about it. But yeah, I guess you're gonna be seeing my face again. And this is like the wrong time because because the channel is picking up some stream, and people are starting to recognize me. I'm talking about like people in Connecticut, in terms of the people I do music with. They're like, hey, I saw this video. You popped up on my thing, Chris. You're like, oh crap. You'd be like, God damn it. So what I'm gonna do from now on, every other stream that I do, I'm gonna be wearing some kind of do-rag, wave cap, or something to give myself a disguise. Because obviously I don't go out in public with my cap on. And that's gonna be my Clark Kent. And I'm gonna get some glasses. I'm gonna get some glasses for this. That's what I'm gonna do. He said they hating. No, I know. And I say there's, like I said earlier, there's some musician friends of mine. They follow both of my accounts. They follow my music account and they follow my personal account. I don't have to worry about them, really, because a lot of them are Tyrones or very socially adept. They know not to share my main account to my music stuff, or to my main account to my music audience, or they know not to share my stuff on their page, which would expose my page. They know not to do that. So I don't have to worry about that. But there's a couple where I'm like, they suspect. They might be on some hating ish. They might be a couple. So I'm gonna have to rock the glasses. I'm gonna be rocking some kind of a cap, some kind of a stocking cap, and some glasses. That's what I'm gonna be rocking. That's gonna be my Clark Kent. And that's not gonna be enough because they're gonna still probably see all my older shorts, all my older videos. Excuse me. That's what I'm gonna have to do from now on. It is what it is. He said, rock the glasses with the nose on it like Shock G, a fake beard. And yeah. Chronic is never going to be monetized now. Exactly. They're going basically after all the faceless platforms. Especially, there's a lot of faceless platforms that spread this kind of message, that have been spreading this kind of gospel. And they're like, we think you're AI. That's why we demonetize you. We think you're AI. Come out of hiding. And it's like, you're just come out of hiding. You're just like, you know what? Fine. And this couldn't have happened at a worse time. This couldn't happen at a worse time. Because I already told you guys, I'm back in the workforce, and I picked up another job, and I'm touring currently as we speak. So this is just a terrible time for me to have to put my face out here like this. But it's one. I got a plan for this. I got a plan for all of this, man. I got a plan. Yes, basically any faceless platform, and especially if you're sharing videos. Now, if you're just sharing like Twitter posts and Reddit posts, you can maybe get away with it. But if you're just sharing other people's content or other people's videos, you got to put your face there. You can't hide no more. Or if you're just talking in general, you got to put your face out there now. You can't hide it. Can't hide it. Especially if you want to talk about other people, if you want to talk about news and all that, you can't hide our faces no more. So yeah, I will be buying Yep, age verification. Google, and since Google bought YouTube, now you have to also you have to give them your phone number. So I'm cooked low key with that. So I have to make this. I got to make this. I got to make this channel work, right? Unless, like I said, if push comes to shove, I have some contingency plans. I got my normie accounts set up with other platforms, but when it comes to YouTube, I just got to make this work. You know, I'm remonetized now. I'm remonetized. They gave me my monetization, but basically they're just saying you can't hide no more. That's you can't make money, or you can't spread no message or monetize off the information that you do. You can't earn a living, etc., etc. Just doing it faceless, or earn extra cash on the side using this. Just putting your face out there. Yeah, you can't. So you can't, like, if you want to make money, you can't just be faceless no more. So it is what it is. It's what it is. Like I said, at the end of the day, you know, I consider myself, I'm a, like Corey Holcomb said, he said, I'm a pastor, right? And yeah, I'm gonna just call myself Pastor Chris from now on. Might as well. I'm gonna make myself a damn robe and everything. And also, do I still have my sound bite? Right, and I'm also accepting
donations, 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 gifts, 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 more gifts, more gifts.
Yeah.
This is a sick Negro.
But anyway, it is what it is. I'm gonna work on my disguise a little bit. It's not really a disguise, but I swear to God, if I go to work or one of my jobs and somebody come, I'm talking about somebody pull up on me. I'm not talking about somebody, some random person at a store and he rang. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if one of my coworkers, I can't, oh, Jesus Louise, because people cannot keep their mouth shut. Man, I remember one of my, I think 2 years ago, one of my managers found out about my music. Not my, like, my supervisor already knew, and then he told the manager, and then now everybody knows about the music stuff. And I'm not trying to have, that's not, because now, no, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for work. But you know, that's on me. It is what it is. I should have picked it. First of all, I should have picked my side job. I should have picked something. I should have just did, like, for my side job, I should have just done like Amazon or something. Like, for real. I should have just done that. Yep, donations. I'm, like I said, I'm basically, I'm a reverend now. Might as well give myself, I'm a pastor now. I'm a pastor. But anyways, I've done enough. That's all I had to say for today, because the whole point of the video is just to show that my face is back. my face is back. But I'm back in business. We're remonetized. We can spread the message, because people don't understand when you're demonetized, they don't push your video through the algorithm. So you're literally working up. You're it's basically death to your channel, because you're not They're just putting no ads on your channel, because it's not necessarily just the money. It's just like they just don't push your videos at all. They don't push your shorts. They don't push nothing that you have, and it's only unless if you already have 200,000 plus or 100,000 plus subscribers that you could survive a quote unquote demonetization, because it's not the money, it's the push. It's your content being pushed into the algorithm. So it's basically a death. Your channel just basically dies from there. So I'm still alive. It is what it is. So Chris said, is Jason Black, has he been demonetized too? I don't know. Damn. He said Minister Jap lost his high-end 5-figure job because of the German Shepherds saw, because he says because one of the German Shepherds saw one of his videos and told on him to HR. This was a corporate job, by the way. Oh yeah, I remember about that situation. Somebody put me on to that. I didn't know it was specifically what kind of job he had, but he did lose his job. There's a lot of people that came into space, they lost their job because of what they said on here. So it's probably gonna happen to me. Not necessarily job wise, but I think it's gonna happen to me in the music realm. Somebody's gonna snitch on me in the music realm. And it's not gonna be, like I said, it's not gonna be one of the necessarily the normies that might snitch. It's gonna be somebody that has it out on me. It's gonna be somebody that has it out on me. Because I already been caught slacking. Low-key, I'll say this. I will say this. Hopefully, because I'm about to drop a song with the Transformer dude that I'm talking about. I gotta hit him up first. I gotta hit him up. Hopefully, it has a negative impact. Actually, let me not say it like that. Let me not wish death on my name like that. But basically, say if the impact of that is people look at me weird, low-key, that might be good for me, because then people won't go out their way to try to get me up. But I feel like what's going to happen with that, since nobody has done songs with him, like he said, it's gonna be girls are gonna be like, oh my gosh, you're so confident to do a song with blah blah blah. Can I do a song with you? And it's gonna be a pretty bitch, and that's gonna be the death of me. Somebody's gonna be mad at that, and then they're gonna be digging into me. That's what's gonna happen. I'm telling you. I know that sounds crazy and weird at what I just said, but this is, first of all, people are not as progressive as they say they are. People be capping. I asked him, I was like, yo, have you did a song with everybody else? He said, no, nobody want to do a song with me. I was like, damn. I'm like, I thought everybody was hipsters. I thought everybody was progressive. And I was the hateful one. I was the dude, but wow. Okay. I'm the progressive one here. But that's what's finna happen. People gonna be like, oh, you work with him? Oh, that you mad cool for doing something like that. Or it's gonna be a dude that works with me that's curious. It's gonna be some dude with clout that's curious, like, oh, you did okay. Good work. Now can you do my song? Since you're doing it with him? And I'm like, okay. Then somebody's gonna get jealous. They're gonna dig into me. It's not gonna be like some normie-ish. I don't think so. It's gonna be somebody that has a vendetta on me for whatever reason. Like, even like when I talk about my demonetization, when I got a strike on my channel, I think there's a bug on my channel. I can't put my finger on it. I think there could be a bug on my channel. And when I say there's a bug on my channel, there might be somebody on there that, because there's people that will mass report your videos because you said something on Instagram or on Twitter. That's why I deleted my YouTube off my Instagram, because there have been people that have stalked my Instagram, putting crazy things in the comment sections, talking about, I'm going to expose you. Just because I said people don't understand what happened with the Bill Cosby situation. Especially like these young kids, they don't know what the hell they don't know what the hell they talking about. There's people arguing with me, DMing me as we speak, trying to argue with me. They're saying that Joe Rogan is far right. I'm talking about people they're saying that Joe Rogan is far right. This is how far left this stuff, like this virtue signaling has gone way too far. I'm like Joe Rogan. You saying Joe Rogan is far right? Are you kidding me? Do you know who Joe Rogan is? I'm just saying it like, man. It's just like, you should see, like, I'm like, these people, I'm like, they have no idea. But anyways, I've been on here too long. Hopefully, but like I said, most of the musician friends I know, I trust them. I trust them. Yes, there are still on the Joe Rogan BS. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I can't believe it. You should see. I'm like there's this one dude. I was trying to tell him, I'm like Joe Rogan, he's not far right. I'm like, technically he's a liberal. I've always considered him I said he's a liberal. And you know what this young dude said? He said, show me your facts, your evidence, and your source. I'm like, how old are you, nigga? What the fuck? What are you talking about? Do you even? I'm like, you. What do you mean, my fat? I've been watching him for how long? This dude is telling me, asking me for my proof, and this dude was born in what, 2007, 2008. What are you talking about? You don't. He's probably gonna tell me that Bill Maher is far right next. Watch. Because I've seen stuff like I've seen Bill Maher drop a video when he was talking about his opinions on like the vax or whatever was going on in politics. And there was women in the comments saying that we can't listen to far right guys like this. And I'm like, you should see this stuff. You're just like, these people are so uneducated, so uninformed. Like, these are the same people that make fun of Ben Shapiro for getting roasted by the conservative panelists from Britain, but they're doing the exact same thing. I'm like, you saying Bill Maher is right? He's a white, so you saying Bill Maher is a white supremacist? I'm like, do you know who he, like when people talk about who's the polar opposite of far right conservative Bill O'Reilly? The perfect far left, like the perfect symmetric, like 180 degree example would be Bill Maher. That used to be the classic example. Far left, Bill Maher. Far right, Bill O'Reilly. That used to be like the premier example of left versus right. Like, that used to be like standard. Now they're saying Joe Rogan is far right. They're saying Theo Von. I saw somebody said, like, they were saying Theo Von is far right. And oh yeah, if you watch MMA, people that watch MMA are Trump supporters. So they're I was like, yo, they're it's over, guys. It's over. But there's nothing we can do about this. There's literally nothing we can do about this. People are just brain dead. They're brain dead. Yeah, they're saying there's really still on this, the Joe Rogan oh shit, let me not say that. I'm not gonna say the I word on this channel anymore. Anytime I say the I word, something happens to my channel. I'm not gonna say the INC word anymore. I'm not gonna say that word anymore. But they're still on this, the Joe Rogan to MMA to red pill pipeline. You're just like, these people got to be the stupidest people. I'm like, these people don't know what the hell they talking about. But I seen like, but I'll say this, I do find it funny where those certain people they'll call me an incel, and they really think that's gonna stop me. Shit crazy. But I guess it does stop most dudes. It does, like it does. Because it seems like the number one. Oh, I forgot. I can't say that word on here. Never mind. I'm sorry. All right, I'm signing off. I didn't mean that, YouTube. I just got remonetized. Okay. How we signing off? Because I'm slipping too much. I just said I was not gonna use that word. I didn't mean it, YouTube. I didn't mean it. You got to end it off with something. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it with a clip of mine from my cousin's my cousin's podcast. I'm slipping. I just said I wasn't going to use that word, but anyway, shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in via Instagram and YouTube. We are remonetized. Videos will resume. Business is back. I will start getting these videos back to you, but it's not going to be like 5 videos a day or 2-3 videos I'm gonna have to do it sparingly. I can't put on this disguise every single time. I can't Clark Kent it every single time. I can't do it. But I will try to put out at least 2 videos a day, or at least 2 or 3 videos every other day. So shout out to you guys. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for sticking with me. And we are back in business. Let me sign off with a classic clip of me on my cousin's pod. Take it easy, guys, and take care.
So what do you guys consider wifey material?
Cook, clean. Just say you want a slave, dude.
Yeah, like you just
cook, clean.
You want the traditional joint.
I know, right?
This is my wife.